Good morning, I'm Ferdi Salvador and welcome to Industry Beacon, where we shine a light on the trailblazers, the disruptors, and the leaders shaping our future. And in each episode, we explore how they're staying ahead in their fields, one industry at a time. This morning, we take a look at the booming hospitality industry in the Philippines with a leading luxury hotel developer after the post-pandemic rebound. How are things shaping up for the sector? Are investors growing more and more bullish on the growth of the industry? Here with us today to discuss that and more is Jun Parreno, President and COO of Discovery World Corporation. Jun, thank you so much for being on the show this morning. We really appreciate it. I know you're a busy, busy person.
Morning. Thank you also.
I know you've been traversing the country every week, just going to the different projects of Discovery World.
Yes.
So before that, I want to establish who Jun Parreno is. How did you start in this industry?
Oh, I started in the industry as by accident. I actually finished economics in UP, and joining the industry was sort of an offshoot rebound for me when I came back from the States. And I started looking for a job. And Mandarin Oriental Manila,
At that time,
Mandarin was still there. Grand Dame took me in immediately, so I never turned back after that. Tuloy-tuloy na siya for the...
Yes, and how many years has that been?
Oh, okay, that's around 30 years.
Well, 30 years, and you've been a COO and president of Discovery World for the past
Almost a decade.
A decade.
Yeah.
So 20 years in the making. That's a great feat for somebody that studied economics.
Thank you.
And I have to say, arguably, Discovery Hospitality, Discovery World, is one of the biggest and one of the pioneers of Filipino luxury hotel resorts chain.
We take pride on that. We started Discovery in 2000, and then we are off now to managing other resorts from third-party owners. So we're very proud of our journey. We are in Boracay, in Ortigas, in Makati, in Samal, in Sipalay, and soon we will be in Siargao and in El Nido.
Yeah, I love the evolution of this because obviously a lot of us got hit during the pandemic, especially the hospitality industry. Nobody could fly anywhere. Everything was controlled. How have you bounced back from that?
Well, the pandemic was another thing. Bouncing back is we opened Discovery Samal. That's a managed property. And we also opened, right after pandemic, Manami, which is our signature collection brand. And being bullish in the industry is a fact that we're opening Kip and Kin, a new brand of Discovery in Siargao. We will do our groundbreaking next year, next January. So Siargao, here we come.
So do you feel like right now there's still a lot of fuel to put into these properties, especially in the places where you're developing?
Definitely, because our two soon-to-open properties are one of the most sought-after destinations in the Philippines. That's El Nido and Siargao. As you can see, Siargao is very famous right now at the moment in the Philippines. So
Let me ask you about that, because obviously you're one of the pioneers in Boracay in the luxury level. And I've been there with you since day one.
You open it with us.
With you, yeah.
Yes.
But at that time, of course, competition was just us. We were competing against each other. This is why the level of service is par none, became the benchmark in the country or even in Southeast Asia. I mean, something to be proud of. And Filipino luxury hospitality at that. But now, there's a lot of different places coming into play. Boracay was there. Do you think that local or domestic travelers have shifted to different destinations in the Philippines? Is that why you're developing?
Oh, yes, Ferdi. Actually, some destinations like Boracay are actually, shall we say, for lack of a better word, an established destination already. So we have a new market, the Gen Z people, the millennials, and they're looking for new experiences all the time. So for most of them, they've been to Boracay, they've been to Palawan. So they're into Bohol now, they're into Cebu. And for a lot of them, or almost all of them, are into new experiences.
What about other destinations in the Philippines? Have you looked into, let's say, Bohol? Because Bohol is, top number, I think top 3 in the Philippines right now.
We are a little bit late in Bohol, but we are interested. So we're looking for into some properties in Bohol. Hopefully, we'll get one in the near future.
Okay, what are your considerations when you are opening
A
your
property.
brands? Yes.
Well, actually, first of all, it's the attraction.
Okay.
It's the destination. It's always been the destination. The connectivity. You must have an airport. There must be an airport. The infrastructure it should be solid. You know, you want to bring Airbus 320, those big planes, not just the small planes. And then the amenities of the whole destination. There should be hospitals and other F&B outlets, malls, etc. So there are things that, these are the most important things that one considers in opening a resort or a hotel in a city.
This sounds it sounds so, you know, the planning, although it sounds basic, it's actually sophisticated because I have to point out, when you opened Boracay Island, the airport wasn't that effective.
Remember riding the small planes?
Without a flight attendant?
Without a flight attendant. We were the ones closing the door after.
Exactly. And of course, medical facilities were, you know, not available as compared to now. But you took a chance on that. Would you still take a chance on, like, let's say, places like Siquijor or those, you know?
What's good about the Philippines, Ferdi, is that each of these destinations has its own culture.
Yes.
So for the new market, this is what they're looking at. So when you build a resort or when you plan on building a resort or a hotel, you can always think of your market segmentation of what to offer.
Yes.
For most of the younger generations, they're willing to take the risk. As long as they enjoy, as long as they immerse in the city or in the culture of the town or the destinations where they are.
Yes.
So,
what do you mentioned your current market segment. It's important because our market segment, we are already, we know where to go. We've got our comfort zones, right? It's not just a bed now, you know what I mean? A lot of people used to say, why you stay in a luxury place? It's just a bed to sleep. But us, that's paramount, right? So they're looking for, what do you think they're looking for? More experiences? Is it the luxury amenity? What are you...
Luxury amenity is one, especially for the brand of Discovery. Sustainability is really getting traction right now. So we practice a lot of sustainable, especially in Discovery Coron, and then in Discovery Boracay. Diversity and inclusivity. So all of these things are part of the package at the moment.
Yeah, you pointed out Coron. I love that you pointed out Coron because that small island is actually a haven for a lot of wildlife in the Philippines. I mean, we can go to a lot of different islands. They're all beautiful, not all equal, but all beautiful. But this one's particularly special because you take care of I don't know what it's called, a colony?
A colony of bats.
Yes.
Bat foxes, if I have the right names. And then we have the bayawaks.
Yes, yes.
They're part of the Dimaquia Island attraction.
But how did you think about that? Like, you know, that's wild. You know, pun intended. Was it an attraction?
They were there all the time. So what we just do right now is to ensure their sustainable existence in the island. How do you? Well, we take care of the environment. We are mindful of the trees that the bats live with, and we are mindful of the lake that the bayawak uses in the island. So we tell our guests not to feed them, not to touch them, just let them be. And then we minimize noises, all of these things. And we're just glad that, especially the bats, because they can always migrate. We're just glad that they're still there and they love to stay in the Dimaquia Island.
And you have resident turtles.
We have resident turtles. We have a reef. It's a beautiful reef, actually. We have 3 to 4 resident turtles. And then the rest of the island is all, what you call this? Oh, the dugong pala.
Oh,
once in a while.
Yes,
the
they
dugong
show
pala,
up.
they show up once in a while.
Yes.
But the rest of the islands, beautiful tour of Coron. You don't have to go far when you stay in Discovery.
But you're known for luxury. Are you thinking also of diversifying your portfolio into, the more affordable properties that backpackers can stay at, with the Gen Zs and the millennials that don't want to spend X amount for the rooms?
The brand that we're opening in Siargao is actually a brand new brand. Ferdi, it's called Kip and Kin. This is a mid-scale brand for the millennials, for the Gen Z, for the younger generation. So the room rate, the size is a little bit different. The experience is also different. So this is more for our connection to the community, immersion to the destination, etc.
I love that you're connecting the tourists to the community. Are you looking at more domestic market or an international market?
The Philippines has always had a strong domestic market. The 100 million plus Filipinos, the rising middle class families are the ones that actually sustaining the business. Our target for international tourism, which is around 7 million this year, hopefully we'll be able to meet the target.
Yes, but let's get back to that. And we're going to take a quick break. Industry Beacon will be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're still watching Industry Beacon here on BNC. Let's continue our chat with Jun Parreno of Discovery World Corporation. Before the break, Jun, we were just talking about your market segments and the strength of the domestic market. What about foreigners? Because I know in the past we had, they came as waves. We had the Japanese wave, we had the Korean wave, and we had the Chinese wave. What's the next wave you think that's going to be hitting our shores?
At the moment, we've lost the Chinese wave.
Okay. Has it affected the market?
Definitely a lot.
Okay.
Before we have at least 1 million plus Chinese tourists that visits the Philippines, but now not much. No.
And what are you doing since there's a gap there in that market segment? What are the innovative, creative ways that you're bringing other markets?
In Discovery, we've actually hired a person specifically looking for new international markets. So his business is to touch base with the European markets, North American markets. Because the Koreans, the Taiwanese are now in Bohol.
Yes.
So
Koreans as well.
Koreans, Taiwanese are in Bohol. Yeah. And the Europeans are in El Nido and partly in Siargao. So for destinations like us in Boracay and Coron, we're forced to look and tap into new markets. So that's why I've opened a department or a person in charge of this, just to go around Europe and touch new market segments like India, Singapore, all the countries that we have connectivity with.
India is a huge market. I mean, we see that there's a lot of Indians going to Bali. Yes. What about the Middle Eastern market? I mean, we've got several direct flights from the UAE, Saudi, Qatar, and all those countries.
We are tapping them as well, especially now that in Boracay there's a beach that the Muslim women can actually...
Oh, so it's inclusive.
It's inclusive.
I'm glad to hear.
We're starting also to tap them. In terms of Europe market, we're grateful that there is a direct France flight, Paris, Manila. Correct. And I think there's another European destination that's going to soon also all land in the Philippines. So we're taking mileage of that and we're taking traction on this.
That's very important because we know that the connectivity between Europe and the Philippines is slowly coming back. I mean, previously we had direct flights to London, now to Paris. I know there are plans from Spain and from Germany and Amsterdam again. Yes, I mean, 4 destinations, direct flights. I think it will help the industry. Since you are one of the stalwarts, one of the pillars in hospitality in the Philippines, what is your dream project to push forward the Philippines as a destination?
Honestly?
Yes.
No. The Philippines destination is a lot of factors should be there, especially airports, infrastructure. But my dream really is to be able to open a Filipino brand outside of the country.
Is that happening soon? Am I going to break the news?
I don't know. No, not that. But that is, I think, somewhat that we can all be proud of. We are known in the industry all over the world. Kahit saan ka may Filipino na nagtatrabaho in the
Yes.
hotel, in the airlines, and anywhere, everywhere. So I think opening one, that's showcasing the Filipino style, the smiles of the Philippines, our innate character, is going to be a big boost to the Filipinos, to the country. Because if the Thai can,
Yes.
Malaysians
Yes.
can, why can't
I was
we?
about to ask you, what best practices does, for example, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, and now Vietnam, you think we can take away and incorporate in our domestic tourism industry?
True to tell, Ferdi, our archipelago, our islands, 1,000 plus islands of the Philippines, for some or for most, have much better beaches, have much better attractions, etc. Maybe we just need a little bit of marketing and push. Best practices, masarap ang Filipino food. May laban siya sa Thai. So we are doing sustainable now. We are more conscious of the environment. We are inclusive. There's a lot of diversity going on. And,
Yes, culturally, religiously,
masaya yung mga
identification
masaya
niya.
mga fiestas natin.
Yes.
And everything else. So,
What do you think we can improve on in the short term? Let's say 1 year, 6 months in a year, that you think that we can use as Jun Parreno would suggest to attract more tourists to the country?
At the moment, one of the strengths of Discovery, Ferdi, is really digital marketing, the machine learnings. So the easiest way to reach out is using the platform of AI, using the platform of technology. Because business marketing-wise, you need a lot of money, you need to spend a lot. But with this digital marketing, you can reach anybody anywhere in the world with fencing, SEO, and PPC. So it's a big help to us, especially to our campaigns, direct bookings. So
I'm excited because you can also be the benchmark of luxury resorts and hotels, and now obviously the middle market.
yes.
How many more properties do you think you're going to be adding to your portfolio in the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, we're also diversifying other than hotels and resorts. So, but at the moment, on the table is the groundbreaking of Siargao next year, and hopefully we'll be able to finish our Kip and Kin in El Nido. So that's on the table. That's two. But we do have a lot of land banking. We have in Benguet, in San Vicente, and in other top destinations here.
Wow, you're really pumping in resources into these areas that have major potential.
we believe in the-
I love that you
we
said
believe in the
Benguet,
industry. Yes,
because
yes.
that's traditionally during our era, you go to Baguio and that's so cool, right?
But you go up a little bit higher.
Yeah, go up a little higher. And why Benguet? Why did you think about that one particularly?
Benguet because of the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Because of the nature value there. And there's not a lot of people there at the moment. So it's like the next best thing after Baguio.
Okay, as a practicing hotelier, give me top 3 variables that will make you stay in a hotel.
You mean
Aside from your hotels.
that you make? Oh, I think nowadays because of the power of social media, guest experience is
One,
very,
yeah.
very important.
Okay.
Number 2, it's the amenities.
Okay.
Which should include sustainable
Practices, yeah.
practices.
Okay.
From shampoo to toothbrush to anything.
Yes.
I think, and
the
number
third?
3 is a combination of food and the spa, the whole ingredients of a happy stay, of a happy place in a resort or in a city hotel.
Favorite destination that you don't have a hotel at?
Oh, favorite destination? We don't have a hotel yet. Actually, well, you know me, both of us. we grew ourselves in Boracay.
Yeah.
So Boracay holds a special place.
Yeah, but aside
in
from
my mind.
Boracay,
Actually, I think Benguet.
Benguet.
Benguet. It's
Well,
a
okay, technically you don't have a hotel
We
there
don't
yet,
have
so
that
I'll
yet,
take
yeah.
that from you.
Yeah.
All right, last question. What's your biggest mistake?
My biggest mistake was not to believe, personally for me, not to believe in the Filipinos or with myself before that we can do a lot of things. That we can actually lead the industry, that being an industry leader is not just for white people or for,
Other nationalities.
other nationalities.
Well, you are the living embodiment of that, and I am proud of you. And of course, proud of the development of your company.
Oh,
thank you so much for being with us this morning, and I learned a lot from you.
Thank you, Ferdi. Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you. And that is it for today's show. I'm Ferdi Salvador. Catch the Billionaire News Channel on Free TV Channel 31 and on cable via Cignal Channel 24. Thank you for watching the Billionaire News Channel. Always on top.